I'm so excited about this next upcoming project. We're going to be creating book trailers with students. And I love this idea of the Wonder Wall. And again, I was inspired on Twitter. And so you can kind of see this original post right here. And it has this Wonder Wall. And again, I wanted to lay out the week for the students because I'm going to be in the classroom 4 different days for this activity. So this activity could take up to 4 different days with students. So I wanted them to first think about what are we learning about. So students are going to create a book trailer and they have to explain plot without giving it away. Then I wanted them to kind of think about why, and so they're practicing summarizing, and then they're also practicing those video editing skills. And then how will we know that they've learned it? Is they're going to turn in a finished book trailer video that summarizes the book touching Spirit Bear, and they have to make sure that they don't give away their plot or their ending. And so on Monday, we're going to storyboard and we're going to have a WeVideo overview, and then they're going to log into WeVideo. On Tuesday, we're going to start the video. They can use the game board if they want to, and then they can use the green screen. On Wednesday, we're going to finish up the video, and then on Thursday, we are completing an Edu protocol, We the People. So here is kind of the goal and the outline for what is expected for students. Their goal is to create a book trailer about touching Spirit Bear. And you could use this for any book that students might be doing. They're first going to introduce the book. They must include the title and author. They can say this, they can put it in the text. However, they want to explain it in their video is just fine. Then they're going to summarize the book without giving away any important details. And they're going to maybe introduce the main characters, the conflict, and start to show some of that rising action that's happening in the book. The third thing that's required is they have to include audio or text to kind of explain what's happening. These can be like keywords, or they can come use their voice to explain what's happening. They could do both if they want to, but it's not required. Then step 4, they have to include some type of like media. This could be videos, GIFs, photos, anything that relates back to the plot in the story should be in their video. So again, they might use like the setting or something that's happening. They might explain that as well. Number 5, they're going to be as accurate as they can, but again, they don't want to spoil that ending for the reader or the watcher of the book trailer. Then they're going to create a final video that must be at least 30 seconds to 1 minute long. Here's some can-do's activities for students they can customize by changing their fonts, their transitions, their background music. They could work on their totem pole project. They can work on maybe creating like a movie poster that might be made in Google Drawings that might have like the title, the author, and then some like main actors and actresses. And again, these are all can-do activities. So once the students finish day 1 of kind of the overview of, hey, we're going to storyboard, we're going to log into WeVideo, then they can use this game piece or this roadmap. They don't have to use this. They can if they want to. This was kind of inspired by Amanda Sandoval. And what students will do is they'll start here and they can watch these different videos and they can begin to learn about WeVideo. Again, I'm going to do a quick overview. So some students might be able to learn by just clicking in, but other students might need the detailed direction step by step. And so if students need that direction, they have this roadmap that they can use to travel along the different pieces, and then they can master those different skills. However, black is like a can-do activity. These are all the videos. They can watch them if they need that assistance, but the white and these little teacher check-ins, those are must-do activities. So students need to watch the colors for what activities are can do and which ones are must-do. So they have to add 3 different images. They have to explain through text or video. They have to add music. Then they have to double check slide number 2 to make sure they have every single piece on their roadmap. Also, they need to finish their project. Once they finish their project, they're going to submit a Google form. So the Google form is going to look like this. If you click that link, you should be able to make a copy of it. But students are just going to put their name, what homeroom they're in, and their video URL from WeVideo. So again, pretty quick and simple of what the students are going to do. After the students do complete their video, the first thing though that they're going to do is a storyboard. So up here you can see the first must-do activity is a storyboard. They're going to have this on paper. Now, if you have students that need it digital, or you can give them the choice, I prefer paper so that way I could look at the computer and at my storyboard as I'm drawing out my story. This is just a quick kind of thought for students where they're going to write down what they're kind of envisioning for their story, what they're going to include, what important parts should be included. And again, I'm going to kind of have this screen up as students are storyboarding. I might even add a timer in here that might be 15 minutes to give them time to storyboard. And again, they're just writing down the main features that happen in Touching Spirit Bear. So they're really looking at box number 2 when they're doing their storyboard. They want to make sure that they have that title and author, but then they also want to make sure they have the main characters, the conflict, and then preview some of the rising action. Once they do that, they can begin their storyboard. So there is their storyboard that they're able to use, and then they will just kind of include these during the video. We're going to watch an example clip from the story. So we will probably do that before we even kind of start. So we'll kind of probably go over that right after the Wonder Wall. So again, we'll go over kind of the trailer of what this could look like. This is a student example. And then at the end of day 1, students are going to put their little Post-it on where they stopped. So their storyboard could be completed. This is a Scrum board, so it's just letting me know where they're at. I can use Pear Deck so I can get a capture of where they're at, so I don't have to look at individual slides. But I do want them to also put their little dot on their individual slides so they know day 2, I am right here. Okay, so that way they can see their progress of where they are after every single piece. And then also I'm able to see who needs to check in with me. Okay, so just a couple different things of how you can use the Scrum board in your classroom. Here is a rubric that we're kind of looking for. So we've got our book title, presentation, voice. So students will have this rubric throughout the whole book trailer to know what they are looking for, what we're using, and what they kind of need to have in their final project. Okay, so again, we video pretty much Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. They can use that green screen. They can use any of the applications in We Video. And then on Friday or on Thursday, because this is a 4-day, but you could stretch this out to be a 5-day if you wanted to add another We Video day. We're going to do We the People. So this is a newer Edu protocol. Students right here, they're going to be in groups. So once students submit their video from this spreadsheet, I'm going to take those URLs and I'm just going to plop them right here. Okay, so I've got all 3 different classes, and then I'm just going to type student's name in here. It's going to be like a gallery walk, and students are going to click the videos that are embedded in here, and they're going to watch them. And what they're going to do while they're watching them is they're going to give feedback. This is peer feedback. So they're going to use this Google form, and they will look at the Google form and they're going to put their name, what video number they watch. So all of these videos are going to have numbers along with the videos. And then they're going to say, okay, yes, the title was in there. No, it was not. Only the title was. And they're going to score using that rubric. Okay, so again, the students are scoring. Then what you're going to do is you're able to take that feedback and share it with the students. And you can average these scores to give the final rating. And as a teacher, you are able to override any video that you feel that you need. But again, giving the students this feedback back to them and allowing them to resubmit and edit will maybe encourage some students to do so if they needed to. So we're going to try that out, and hopefully it goes really well. And again, that is an Edu protocol. Again, super excited to do this project, and hopefully you're able to kind of adapt this in some way as well.